Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made to fit. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head'll make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in a cup, back and forth to court. From the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jam. Shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Dear God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger.
I am Captain LeBon. I represent the mightiest man on the face of the planet Earth and Commander General Yohana, man. Today, I want to address a few topics that I see that's absolutely relevant in our struggle and to become more Christ-like. All right. So this breakdown is not a personal attack on anyone, but where it applies, man, make sure you embrace it. If you're feeling some type of way about the things that I say today, no, I ain't have you in mind. I had not you in mind in this breakdown, but certainly anybody that's affected by the issues that I'm gonna bring out, man, should take heed to these breakdowns, right? Of course, we all came out of the world. We all came from the we all came from different sects of this society that taught us one way or the other. We've embraced a whole host of things that's not consistent with righteousness according to the Bible. Mainly the religious doctrines, like Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam. We've embraced those things. Not only that, but also the religious holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of the bull crap. And when you become an Israelite under Commander General Yohana, man, in Christ, you recognize that all of those other things that you had embraced as truth in the Christian church are now destroyed, because the Bible don't speak of praising a tree or honoring a day that's synonymous with the murder and rape and robbery of your own people. You in tune with that, but a lot of us have not figured out that there's more to this battle. Listen, there's more to this battle than just the holidays of this society, like Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's much more that you have to conquer than Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. All right. And one thing that I want to put on the minds of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, is that in this country we've always been conditioned to fall along the lines that is hateful towards our brothers and sisters. We've been conditioned in this earth to actually, promote things that's hateful towards one another. Now let that sink in right there. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people have been conditioned to automatically embrace a thing that is hateful towards their own people, their own society, towards their own benefit. We coming out right now. We coming out of the the midterm elections, and we voted and marched and picketed and put one candidate above another without realizing that they all represent the same garbage, right? And that the only salvation, the only come up that a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian could attain in this country is the come up of embracing his own. All right. So today, this topic right here is it's centered around. It's centered around loving your own people, man. Looking at the frailty, the inconsistency of your own brother and sister, that that's in the forefront. Like, without sounding Christian, the thing that's on your mind, it should be to forever forgive a brother or sister that's in the Israelite school of UPK. Right. If I've done the thing to offend you, man, listen. Slocky. If I personally done a thing that offended you, and you called me on it, man, you know the first thing I should do? I should say, man, shit, man. I'd never do that to that brother again. That brother was offended by my action. Likewise, if you are a brother out there or a sister out there that's offended by something that I've done, you should have had the decency and the courage, because there ain't no cowards in the UPK. You should have had the decency and the courage to give me a call, man. My phone number is on every a banner in the UPK, man. You know, Detroit, you know, is synonymous with Captain LeBon. So if you needed to contact me, man, it's an easy thing to attain. Like if I've offended you, the first thing that you should know is the number that reached Captain LeBon in real time. Give me a call, man. Tell me, brother, what you did, what you said, how you presented, whatever was an offense to me. And you know what I'll do? I'm gonna say, nah, brother, or yes, brother. I see how you could have been offended by that, and certainly I apologize. Or no, brother, that wasn't my intentions, and I ain't hearing you right now. So then let's go to the next stage, where we involve, you know, men that's obviously greater than ourselves. You know, men that raised us up in this organization, where we relay those things to them and let them be the judge of it. But the number one thing that you should never do, and I know it's hard to resist this temptation, is jump on Facebook or Instagram.
That's right.
Or give me some other social media sites out there, man. Snapchat and what else?
Moco.
Twitter.
Who? Moco. The brother said Moco space.
He's still on top of it all.
Listen, man, the last thing you should do, man, because we're a family in here,
That's right.
is get on social media and start spitting out in the windows to try to appeal to what you believe I know that I've done to you. That's not the way to handle it, man. If you handle it like that, it's exactly how Christians handle things. It's in the same context, man. You get out there and you get on social media and you start on social media, you start to reprimand your brother for some offense you believe that he know he did. All right, you believe the brother know he offended you when the brother is clueless as to something that he did that made you offended. You get on social media and all of a sudden you sending so many innuendos out and so many sneak disses out that the last person that Gage you're talking about is that brother that you intended the message to resonate with. But it's everybody else out there, man, that's looking at your text messages like, damn, man, she talking to me or he talking to me. You know, so how should I feel about them? And then listen, we just kicking the can, the same can that we kicked when we was outside of the truth. So how can you be any better than some disgusting Christian or some some worldly individual when you behaving in the same context? How can you be any different? You'll sneak this post, guess what? Israelite School of UPK, Commander General Yohana, man, we have classes on how to discern the spirit of the people that's in our organization. Every post that you put out there on Facebook and social media, I look at, and the other men look at, and can deduce, can retain a deduction, all right, for who you're actually talking about. So while you appear to your own self in your own mind as being a vessel of righteousness, what you really come across as a person that got a demon on him. You wonder how the spirit of Satan, which is a spirit manifest in the flesh, is by how he appeals to you in your own consciousness. And then all of a sudden, what you believe is going on in your own goddamn thinking, you manifest in the real world. And other people are affected by what you say on social media. What are those social media sites? Instagram.
Facebook, of course.
Facebook.
Snapchat.
Snapchat and what else? Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all of these social media accounts, man, that you sitting up there blazing your sister on, and you think it's an innuendo, and you think don't nobody know who you talking about? Man, everybody know who the hell you talking about, sis, bro. Christ didn't bring that bullshit, Salakia. You know, no matter who offend you, the last place you should air out the offenses on social media.
That's right. Because
you bust yourself down to the person who started the shit in the first place. The individual that got the original demon on him, then somehow put that demon on you. And the mighty man in the school, man, gave me this analogy. And it brought me home right here. And I'm going to tell you something right here. If anybody out there, I'm an older man. Did my feed go off? Salakia. I'm still on?
Coming on this one.
Okay. Alright, Salakia, because mine just died. That's Satan right there. So if it's anybody out there, I'm good on this camera right here. If it's anybody out there, right, that has had a thing, affect them on social media, just know, man, it's all demons, man. It's demons out there, man, that seek to destroy you before you can fully embrace the truth.
That's right.
They out there lurking, man. And as I was alluding to recently, it came to my attention that, certain things were being said on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram. And when I looked at the post, I couldn't figure out, who was the person that was intended to be affected by these things. So I just said to the person that brought it to my attention that you're reading too far into things that people say on social media. So you shouldn't pay so close attention to the things that's said on social media, because it's a two-edged sword. We use social media in here to appeal to the people that don't understand the truth. But it also could be a gesture of a diss towards one person or another. You and I, we don't even look at that stuff. We don't consider none of those things, because what we're about primarily is relaying what our brothers and sisters need in order to come out the world that they serve and come into this truth. Right? So give me Matthew 18 and verse 15.
Come. Matthew chapter 18 verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
The scripture is describing right here what you should do. If, like the men in this room right now, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all know, man, the Captain LeBron is giving up the goddamn ghosts to make sure we continue on another day. Right? Y'all know I love y'all, man. But if so happened that one day I offend you, Shawak, I do a thing that offends you, what should you do?
Go to you and you alone.
Keep reading, please.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Say again.
That should go to you and you alone, sir.
Damn, skip it. Do it say air that out on social media?
Lie, sir.
Do it say voice it on Twitter?
Lie, sir.
Do it say voice it on Facebook?
Lie, sir.
Should you, if I offend you, ever talk about my offense on social media?
Lie, sir.
You shouldn't, man. The thing that's prompting you to discuss all these matters on social media is what, Zarak?
A demon.
A monstrous demon that would not only cause dissension between you and I, But the people that love you would all of a sudden be against the people that love me. So what you do is create division in the school. You understand that? You create this division in the school because I like Captain LeBon, and there's some other people saying they like Officer Shawat. That's why there ain't nobody else business, man. If I offend you, man, you know what you need to do? Do you? Go ahead.
Go to you, pull you to the side, and go to you and you alone.
Hold on, and me a what?
Alone.
A what?
Alone.
No, you go to Zarak.
Lie.
You rep to the brothers that love you in the school.
Lie.
You start talking about me in every place you visit in the school.
Lie, sir.
You do what?
Go to you alone.
Hold on, me a what?
Alone.
Alone? That's the doctrine of Christ right there in the Most High, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
You come to me with it, man. And I'm either say, man, brother, you off as hell with what you just said. Or I'm going to say what, man? God damn, I shouldn't have done that to you, brother. Salakia. But if you go to other people and start talking about my offense or what you deduce is an offense, right? Those people that you went to going to automatically formulate an opinion about me. Those people going to say, damn, Captain LeBon is look at his face. That fit him. Look at how he wears shoes. How he walk. What you saying is right about Captain LeBon. You see that? So what you have to do is make sure that you don't destroy the reputation of the school. Because the school wanted to command General Yana that got me up so high.
That's right.
You see that? The school considers me here, while what you're saying busts me down here. And then everybody gonna embrace that you talk to that love you, that don't know the truth and don't know how we operate. And pretty soon, you've done worse to your brother than what you described he done to you.
That's heavy.
Think about that. All of a sudden, shit, yeah, Captain Bond called you this or that. But damn, what you didn't rep in every city about Captain LeBon becomes more of the offense that you described that he took upon you. And it ain't even the truth.
Right.
So read that scripture one more time.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Hold on, man. The scripture said, bring 5 brothers with you.
Between thee and him alone.
No. It says between you and everybody else that you love.
Between thee and him alone.
And the scripture say, man, you go to that brother and him alone, man. And discuss the trespass. Keep reading.
If he shall hear thee.
If he shall what?
If he shall hear thee.
Somebody describe the hear in this breakdown. What is the hear? Lakabar.
If he would take the counsel,
Go ahead, priest.
So if he have understanding to
Shalom, Yahweh Shemar thought about Shem Yahushua. I am, sis. You told me, okay, well, we are in class. Where can somebody look on social media and find this class right now?
It's UPK Detroit Online Classes.
ISUPK Detroit Online Classes.
Detroit Online Classes on Facebook.
Any question you got, pose them in the comment section of the class. No. Any question you got, pose it in this class. Okay? All right. Yeah, go ahead and do that and log on right now. Ask any question that you got. All right? Yeah, no sweat. I will. No sweat. All right, Lord Christ.
Just leave it on the ground.
You okay over there, priest?
All
right, most high in Christ. So listen.
Sure. You could always move this way. It's a microphone. Right there. No, somebody was right here.
Did that just mess my class up, man?
No.
So we still going?
You're still live right now.
Okay, most on Christ. All right, so. Water, please. Come here, boy. All right, so we were at what? Production bar, remind me real quick.
You said, what is the hear?
Mm-hmm.
And if your brother shall hear thee.
Okay, con. Give me the precept one more time.
Con.
Give me
Matthew 18, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
go ahead.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Go ahead.
If he shall hear thee.
Hold on. If thy brother shall trespass thee, go to him and him alone. And if he shall hear thee, I want to know, what does the hear signify in this breakdown? Bashar had his hand raised up first. Please answer that.
Con. Brother, here's what you say. But when you say he hears you, he listens and he agrees that what you said. If he said anything other than, you know what, you're right, then he didn't hear you.
Con. So go ahead, Kadosh.
A better word I would use is understand, just like how we use in he that have an ear, let him hear.
Mm-hmm.
He that have an ear, let him hear. Whoever going under, like if you go to your brother and he understands, whether he agree with it or not, but he understand where you coming from.
Now, the reason why I would slightly disagree with you is because you can come to me and say, man, what you said to me, man, was foul as hell, and I was disrespected by that. Although I understood him, I don't agree with him. What I said was something to help you out. It wasn't a diss. It was to let you know that, bam, this is the systemic nature of how we operate in the UPK versus what you've done in the world or versus what you've done at work, etc. You see, that's my slight discrepancy with what you just said. If a brother says he hear you, don't necessarily mean that he agree with you. I can say I hear you and don't agree with you. Or Slakia, let me rephrase that, Slakia. I can say I understand you, but I don't agree with you. You see that? Just to hear you means to understand and agree as it relates to this breakdown. If I don't hear you, meaning, man, that ain't what I intended to do, man. You way off in what you saying I did, and none of that stuff you just said to me in my ear resonates because that was not my thinking. I don't hear you. So we got to involve other people that understand your perspective and mine at that point.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't talking about really a person agreeing with you. I'm talking about like, hear don't mean somebody that got an ear. Hear mean understanding. That's what I really meant. Like, he that have an ear, let him hear. He understanding you, but he might not agree with you at all. But he understand where you trying to come from on the offense.
Read the precept again.
Matthew 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
If he shall trespass against thee. Go ahead.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Brother, you said this thing last week, man. And listen, what you said, man, I consider a trespass. And I'm coming to you and you alone. And nobody else in this picture. Keep going.
If he shall hear thee,
Hold on, if he shall what?
Hear thee,
Go ahead.
thou hast gained thy brother.
So what that mean? If he shall hear thee. Go ahead, Michelle.
I'm not going to say anything different out of one, but I will reiterate.
Tell me, if he shall hear
If
thee.
he shall hear thee, that means if he listens and agree with where I'm coming from, when I say you have offended me, he said, look here, Mashad, you're absolutely right.
I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have said what I said. I should have presented the way I presented. And I realize now, looking back, that was offensive towards you. Salakia, I apologize. That's the hearing right there.
That's right.
If he shall hear thee, keep reading.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
You goddamn right, man. That brother right there considers your feelings, man. Considers you who you are in the earth. Didn't consider himself, and he said, damn, man, god damn. Just thinking back on Mashah, I could see how he could be offended by that, man. Salakia, brother. That wasn't my intention. And if he shall hear you, you have what?
Gain thy brother.
You goddamn right, man. Keep going. You got something you want to add?
Salakia, Baba can shine if I may.
Go ahead, Bruce.
The difficulty in understanding this breakdown and internalizing this breakdown is called the white man's psychology.
Say it again.
The white man's psychology.
The white man prevents you from understanding that your brother sometimes will do a thing that's offensive to you, and he may never even understand it was offensive to you. But you, on the other hand, gonna look. That nigga intended to fuck over me. Oh, that nigga, he did that, man. Oh, that motherfucker. God damn it. And he telling everybody, motherfucker.
That's right.
And he hates you. He want to stab you in the goddamn back.
Right.
And you don't even know what damn, ouch. Why this nigga stabbing me?
Right.
You don't even understand why he hates you at that point. Go ahead, Michelle.
So like, yo, Baba shop damn. And the point of not being able to understand one another, if you look just a little bit close, the goddamn white man.
Man, the white man, the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He is always at the center of the discrepancy between black people, man.
That's right.
Hispanic and that bitch is at the forefront of it all.
That's right.
Like, listen, I ain't bring you up to this point because I want us to concentrate on the shit that we've embraced, that we perpetuate. I want you to think about that, man. A lot of times, and when I came into the truth, the Lord dealt with me in real time because I couldn't stand none of you niggas, man.
Damn right.
I thought y'all should be smarter than me because I done been in the penitentiary, did all them goddamn years laying down. I come out here and I'm exceeding you young men in the world of the white man. How in the fuck is that possible? Unless you just some sorry, lazy ass niggas that don't want to attain to nothing. That was my thinking coming into the truth. You niggas just don't want nothing. Don't ever want to do nothing. Just satisfied with mediocrity. That was my thinking coming into this truth. You see that? But the Lord set me goddamn straight, man. These niggas here that I'm amongst are the most mightiest men on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Period. Go ahead.
That's right. So like you use that word mediocrity. That tells you that's a word. If you spend 2 minutes on the college campus and don't go to psychology 101, mediocrity is a word you're gonna hear. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's correct.
That's one of his teachings. Cap just expressed how the white man can get in your, I don't care how mighty you are, the white man can get in your thinking and have you thinking your brother is off.
Right.
When all he did was fuck with your head. You have your brother thinking you off when all he did was fuck with your brother's head. Now your head fuck with the brother's, salaki on my language, the brother's head is messed up. And it's all because the white man came in. That's what I meant when I say the white man's psychology. Yahushua, right here in the scriptures, is telling you the whole truth. It's real simple. I don't have to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lucky, I'm Bible shot for me, Officer Shawak.
Go ahead.
If Officer Shawak step on my toes, guess what? I got only one thing to do. Go to him and him alone. Damn what Sigmund Freud said, Anna Freud said, or Carl Jung said.
Did you
Damn
say
them
Sigmund
bastards.
Freud?
I said, damn them bastards.
Damn, the brother reaching the back on me.
Damn what they said.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Sir Isaac Newton. Damn, if the brother officer step on my toes, I have one obligation according to the word of the Most High. That's to go to him and to go to him alone. I can't go to. I love Officer Kadash. The holy word. I love officers. I love Officer Zarak, Officer Lakabar. But if this brother step on my toes, what you're teaching is that, and what the script you're teaching, what the scripture teaching, I got to go to him alone and take to him where I think I've been offended. They don't teach that in psychology.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all get in one more point, and then I'm gonna bring out the reason why I thought it was necessary to talk about these topics. Period. Go ahead, Kodash Tabar.
And what he just said, the white man's psychology. The white man's psychology is Christianity.
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
Christianity,
ooh.
they sit back and gossip in church all day and don't nobody pull out this law.
Yeah, Pastor said this. Big Hat Mother Jean cooking neck bones this weekend. I don't even like her goddamn
That
cook.
nigga say Big Hat Martha Jane.
Yeah, they gossip all day, and before you know it, it's a violent shootout because the pastor
At the
done
church.
slept with a man white.
Right. Yeah, right.
That's heavy. That's heavy. You just talking
That's a
something.
great topic.
You've been
That's
teaching.
a heavy point you brought out. So if I could, it's lucky.
Go ahead, you got something?
Live, sir. I was
Go ahead,
beating my
Michelle.
brother up.
Kodash
But
Tabar.
you told us
Go
as
ahead.
opposed to what he pointed out something that's 100% true. I was raised by preachers. They was my uncles and all that. I was raised by. He telling the truth, the whole truth. But the scripture, when you follow the Bible itself, the scriptures say, go to the brother, to him, and to him alone.
That's the topic right there. and that's, listen, man, with Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, the society that they believe that they should vent to is the same people that put them in bondage. They believe they should go to the white man in order to iron out the issues with other black people. You know, they believe that it's more advantageous to call out your brother amongst a heathen, you know, than it is to call out your brother for a particular offense amongst your other brothers, which is a problem in the black community, because we look to, you know, the white man to be able to solve our problems. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of black people out there right now offended that they didn't win the House of Representatives in this midterm election. They didn't win they didn't win the Senate. That's what they didn't win. There's a bunch of black people out there mad at you and me for not voting because they didn't win the majority of the Senate.
Right.
That's heavy, other one.
They hate us for it. But, you know, if they would come to me, I would explain to them in the terms that's prescribed in the scripture that, man, it ain't my responsibility to vote for to vote for a entity that's just going to put you right back in bondage.
That's right.
Or that's going to keep you in bondage.
Right.
That ain't my responsibility to kick this goddamn can down the road that's going to lead to ultimately your destruction.
That's right.
To say that to them is offensive. So you will be in an argument 24/7, all day long, with the people that believe that you should have voted. When they see our post, I didn't vote. Nothing changed.
Right.
You know what these people think? Your vote caused us not to be in a better light.
Right.
Because you didn't vote, we fucked up now. That's what they think.
That's heavy on it.
I'm telling you, it's the truth. Because you didn't vote, we fucked up now. And they never think because I voted, we fucked up now. Go ahead, Zarok.
I always had wondered that question, sir, like why they psychologically damaged like that. You ain't vote, they'll look at you like.
What does devil mean?
Devil means deceiver.
It means what?
Deceiver.
You asked the question, why do they believe that way? Because devil means what?
Deceiver.
They've been what?
Deceived.
That's correct. That's why they don't believe it. What's going on with them people right now is lies and being deceived. God love everybody. It ain't no people on the face of the earth that has the Lord's favor above another people. That's why right there. They've been deceived. Go ahead, priest.
Just a sidebar on when y'all brought up voting. A girl tried to, say something about going to vote. And I had to tell her, like, voting is a psychological game that gets you to pick something bad. Like, the whole thing about it is they're getting you to vote, but you voting for somebody to do something right. You voting for the damn white president to do something right instead of bad. Like, y'all better hurry up and vote because we ain't gonna be able to have the right to speak. So I gotta vote to speak. I gotta vote for you not to be a homosexual and break God's laws. And then the world is so corrupt, they only gonna keep voting on bad things. So the whole world is corrupt because they following Christianity. They're gonna keep voting on lustful, bad things.
Come on.
So if I could, sir, one more time.
Go ahead, please.
So it's like basically trying to just picking your poison. You want crack or you want heroin?
As it relates to what?
Voting. Like it's just
No, you're never supposed to vote. Voting is, I acknowledge another king. I acknowledge the devil. Well, I know Christ out there as well. That's what voting does.
Oh God.
Anything else with anybody else? All right, that's it. No other questions, right? Yeah, but you can get that. That's it. Kill the feed.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works. My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell.